Welcome to the Pro Kitchen 9.6 Basic Wall Tutorial. This tutorial will demonstrate the basics of drawing walls in your designs. Let's get started by creating a new design by clicking on the blue New icon on the toolbar. Always give your design a name. Notice I'm using underscores instead of spaces. It's good practice to only use letters, numbers, and underscores in file names. Your walls take the settings from the Construction tab of your Design Settings. Design Settings always take the default settings unless you change them. For example, I'm designing a small room, so I want my wall zone width to be 24 inches just for this design. So I'll change it here. I'll leave the wall height the standard 96 inches. If I change my mind later, it's important to check the box that says Apply to Existing Walls. I'll click OK to save my changes. There are several ways to draw walls in your design. I'll use the ribbon control in the upper right hand corner to expand my ribbon. Under the Draw and Place tab, I can sketch a wall, construction line, or use a wall shape. I'll start with a wall shape. I'll click on the L-shaped room icon. Wall shapes are predefined templates that assist in quickly creating a wall by just entering measurements. I can use the arrows to increase or decrease the measurement. The arrows on the left change the inches. The arrows on the right change the fraction. I prefer just typing in my measurements by highlighting the number and typing over it. So I'll highlight the 99 in the A field and type 150 and 1/16 for my A wall. Then using the Tab key to move down to the next field, I'll highlight the 99 in the B field and type 141 and 7/16 for my B wall. Click Tab again to move to the wall height. I'll just leave that at the standard 96 inches. I can change the orientation by clicking the icons under the Select Orientation section, but I'll stay with this one, and then click OK to create my wall shape. I'll hide my ribbon again to get it out of my way by clicking on the up arrow in the ribbon control, and I'll make my info window a little narrower to make more room to design in. I have a 36-inch wall at a 90-degree angle off my A wall, so I'll continue this wall by right-clicking on the wall, selecting the wall object, wall number 2, and then select Continue Wall. It's important to note you should always draw your walls clockwise or your wall zones will be reversed. I'll enter 36 in the info box length. Tab down and set the angle at 90 degrees. Tab to the thickness and hit Enter on the height to set my changes. I have a 44-inch doorway next to another 36-inch wall, so I'll click on the Sketch Wall icon on my toolbar near my 36-inch wall so the measurement tool appears and set the length to 44. Make sure my thickness is 4, tab to height, and hit Enter to set my measurements. My sketch tool is still turned on and expecting to draw a wall, so I'll head it to the right direction. Again, set my measurements in the info box. Length is 36, my angle is 270, angles are also measured clockwise. Click Tab and Enter. I can just continue to draw walls until I click Escape, so I'll add another 36-inch wall, this time on an angle of 135, Tab, and Enter. And a third wall at 36 inches, 135-degree angle, Tab, and Enter. I'll hit Escape to turn off my sketch tool. I have another doorway, this time 36 inches. Then I want to finish my walls by connecting to the B wall. So again, I'll click on my sketch tool and use the measuring tool to measure out the 36-inch doorway. Then start my wall. Point it in the right direction, and this time I'm going to draw the wall to my B wall. The walls join. I can tell this because the joint shows in the corner. My walls are set in groups by the way that I draw them. This is important if I want to keep everything together, if I need to move or rotate the whole room. To see my wall groups, I can right-click on my B wall, click on Wall, and it will display that it is in Wall Group 1, Wall 1. I right-click on my A wall, Wall Group 1, Wall 2. The next wall is Wall Group 1, Wall 3. Which makes sense since they are basically one continuous wall without any gaps. My next walls are in Wall Group 6, Wall 1, Wall 2, and Wall 3. Again grouped because I didn't turn off my sketch tool. The last wall is in Wall Group 7, Wall 1. If I want to keep all the walls together, I need to put them all in the same group. I can easily do this by right-clicking on one of the walls in the wall group, Wall, Wall Group, select Add to Group, and then click on a wall from Wall Group 1. Now, if I go back and look at my Wall Group 6 properties, the wall group is now Wall Group 1. I can do the same for Wall Group 7, and also add it to Wall Group 1. Now that my walls are all in the same group, if I right-click, select Wall Group 1, then select Rotate, all of my walls rotate as one unit. The same if I right click, select group 1 and select move. All of my walls move as one unit. When I right click on a wall, notice the wall handles. If I click on a wall handle, my cursor will turn into a crosshair. Depending on which wall handle I pick, I can move the wall by clicking on the middle wall handle. Notice the A-B labels. My wall will move in perspective to A and B. The wall lengths will adjust accordingly. The up-down arrow on the end of the walls will move the wall at that end. The angled arrow will change the angle of the wall, and the angle will change at the opposite end of the wall. The last wall tool is the construction line. I can click on my toolbar and click the C line sketch tool. It will draw an invisible wall. Once I set my measurements, length, height, and angle, and click enter, notice that my construction line has a zone on both sides. Great for displaying an island in an elevation. I will have to right click on the construction line and show the outside view, because by default an elevation is the inside view of a wall. Thank you for watching our tutorial. I hope you found something beneficial.